Hi, this is Bill Hawkins. I am delighted to have you here today watching Fraud Watch Friday. We've all had the pop up on our laptop that says there's a problem with security of your system. Uh, what should we think about this? And today we are joined by Bob Negro. Bob is a long-term Fraud Watch Network volunteer. He also brings 20 years of experience as a criminal investigator. So Bob, let's start off. This is a very common scam. What is a technical support scam?
Well, Bill, it's one of the oldest and most profitable scams used by scammers. How it usually starts is with an email or an instant message or a pop-up ad that informs the victim that there's a problem with their computer and they need to call a 1-800 tech support number. Oftentimes, these messages use the logos of real companies like Apple and Microsoft, so they look legitimate. But when you call that number, you're actually being linked up to a rogue call center, usually in India, and you're going to be connected to an operator who's claiming to be a tech support customer care specialist. What they're going to do is they're going to ask you to go ahead and give them remote access to your computer. If you do this, what they're most likely going to do is bring up something called the event log that's in your computer. It's just an innocent part of your computer that records, every time there's a transaction in the electronic database of your computer. But there's errors in there, or at least they're reported as errors that are just common transactions in your computer. Mm-hmm. These people are going to make you believe that those are fatal flaws in your computer and that the only way to remove them is to pay them for a customer support fee to go ahead and remove them for you. Sometimes it's hundreds of dollars that they're going to try and ask for.
Yeah.
If you go ahead and cooperate with them, they're going to ask you to send the payment via non-traceable means, such as a prepaid gift card or a prepaid credit card. And the real tragedy is if you fall for this scam, you're going to be hit with even more calls where they're going to tell you that you have additional errors in your system that need to be fixed.
It's interesting you bring that up because the AARP Bulletin, in a couple of issues back, ran an article talking about these rogue centers and exposed just how flippant they are about taking your money and stealing from you.
Yes, it was entitled Inside an International Technology Support Scam. And it documented the efforts by a digital vigilante by the name of Jim Browning. He went ahead and somehow he hacked into and got access to the security video at one of these rogue calling centers in India. And he was actually able to record these scammers while they were in action, bilking people of their hard-earned retirement savings.
Laughing.
Yeah, they were laughing at him. They had one guy that was actually crying because he was behind on his rent and everything, and these guys were still trying to get money out of him. So it really is chilling to see those videos, and you can see them on the AARP website as well as that article.
And this in many cases are their life savings, what they've worked for all their lives. Now, I've gotten these pop-ups, and I assume that you have, and the people watching, most of us have. But what can you do to protect yourself? Average citizen, what can we do to protect ourselves from these insidious scams?
Well, as usual with scams, the best defense is a matter of common sense. Most legitimate technical support problems are going to be you having a problem with your computer and you decide to reach out and call the computer support company like Apple or Microsoft, not the other way around with them contacting you and you tell you have a problem. So just use common sense. Don't respond to someone reaching out and telling you you have a problem with your computer unless you've detected it first. You can also help yourself by disabling the automatic opening of pop-up ads. It's in your control center on your computer. It's easy to disable, and that can eliminate 90% of these approaches by the scammers. Also, if someone asks you to give remote access to your personal computer, don't do it unless it's a trusted source. I mean, once you let somebody into your computer, God knows what they can do in there and fiddle around and change things around. Also, never pay for any services using a prepaid gift card or a prepaid credit card. No legitimate business would ever ask you for this type of payment.
We've said that often. When they ask for a gift card, it's a scam. It is a scam. Indeed. But people are trusting, and in many cases they fall prey to this? What should you do if you feel that you have fallen prey to these insidious people? What should you do?
Well, don't just be a victim. Go ahead and report it. Report it to the appropriate local or state police or even the FBI. The Federal Trade Commission has a website set up called reportfraud.ftc.gov, where you can report any instances of fraud over the internet or telephone or whatever. And those alerts go out to other people so that they don't fall for the same scam. Also, keep up to date on the latest fraud.
Would you give me that website one more time, please?
Yeah, it's reportfraud.ftc.gov.
Great. Okay, thank you.
So that's where you report it. Also, if you want to keep up to date on the latest scams, AARP's got you covered. If you just visit the AARP Fraud Watch Network website, they are on the spot with all the newest and the latest frauds, because these things mutate like viruses, and you really need to keep up on them.
Great. Well, Bob, I want to thank you. Thanks for being with us tonight. And folks, again, this is a very common scam. I hope we've given you a couple of tools and information that'll help you protect yourself and the people you love. Now, as always, we conclude this presentation with a preview of some things we have upcoming. But thanks for being with us today, and look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks.